Hi there, my Libra friends. Let's talk about what March, the equinox, and the full moon have in store for you. Because I tell you what, this is a huge time for you because we have the Libra full moon eclipse that's going to be happening on March 25th. And so for you, this is a culmination of 10 years of gunk, I guess you could say, that's risen to the surface. This is a time frame where we've really taken a time to look at the scales in life, right? Because you as a Libra, you are the scales and you're finding that balance and that harmony, and you always see both sides of a situation. Now, this is where it reaches ahead, where you're like, how much of these scales are out of balance over these past 10 years, right? Where am I making the concessions in life for these areas that are making me feel horrible, I guess, for lack of a better term, right? This is huge. This is huge for you because these things come to light, and they started last year, especially because this is when the eclipses in Aries and Libra started, and they continue through the remainder of the year. And so this is where it really shows us what needs to be let go of in order for the new beginnings to come in. And for you, this is happening at your first house and your seventh house. That first house is everything that's about you. It's how the world sees you. It's how you see yourself. It's your personality. It's everything that's you, right? And shining a light on who you are. And then over here, it's that seventh house. It has to deal with your relationships of all kinds, partnerships of all kinds, business partnerships, romantic relationships, especially fall in that seventh house. And so if you have found that in the past 10 years, that relationship issues, especially with repetitive cycles that are coming up, this is the time frame where we are ready to break them, where we get a glimpse of what needs to be changed. And I'm sure you've already gotten a glimpse of those cycles, but they especially come to light at the time of these eclipses. And so the eclipse / full moon happens in your sign on March 25th. So I have a feeling this is going to be a very intense month for you, if it hasn't already, where it's shining a light on the hidden things that are holding you back from being who you are and being fulfilled in relationship, and making sure that those scales are balanced. Now, not only do we have that, but we also have, just in general, right? We have the astrological new year, the equinox, the spring equinox that happens in your opposing sign, obviously, of Aries on March 19th. Now, this is where we are in March anyway, looking at where things are a little bit outdated and they don't work for us anymore. Think of it like New Year's Eve. You're ready to make resolutions for the upcoming new year. And so for us in astrology, that new year happens on March 19th here when the equinox hits. And so that also is happening in that first house, seventh house area of yours, focused on what it is you want, who you are now, and what doesn't work for you in relationship anymore, how you don't work in relationship anymore, what you're not willing to give up in order for a relationship to be successful. But also on the flip side too, maybe it's a situation where there isn't giving enough. Maybe it's a situation where you're focused more so on your needs and how things are happening in your world, and you're not seeing how that impacts others in relationship. No matter what way it is, the time of these eclipses and full moons bring it to light. And I think you'll definitely see that in the time frame of the 25th full moon cycle. This is not just relationship, right? We release things that we don't want in that full moon cycle. For all of us, it's going to be amplified under the power of our own sign. So when this is your one full moon of the year where it's really, really focused on you, what isn't working for you anymore? Is it work? Is it relationship? Is it maybe just the physical body and the way that you look and the way that you feel? Maybe it's some outdated belief systems that don't work anymore either. Whatever it is, these things are going to come to light, and this is the time frame where you can really let them go. this doesn't just happen in March, right? This is going to carry through the remainder of the year, where the universe is really trying to strengthen the relationships and bring harmony. It's trying to surround you with a community of people that are fitting for you and fitting for who you are now, because you've been doing so much work over here on that first house of understanding who you are and what it is you want moving forward. And the universe wants to respond by bringing people that also want to shine a light on who you are, that appreciate who you are now and what you have to bring to the table. What is it, right? What is it that you want? And this year is about changing it and shifting it to make sure that things are working in your favor. So, my Libra friends, do that, right? Focus on that. Bring in that energy. This is a month where Venus is also going to be moving into that sign of Pisces, and it's going to be focused on really helping you to understand what your needs are, moving then again into Aries, and that is your ruling planet, right? And as it does that, it wants to assert what it is that you need. It's ready to stand up for itself. It's going to give you that push and that confidence to really make that happen. So not only is this a month where you're recognizing and realizing, not only is it a year of recognizing and realizing, but you also have these fiery pushes behind you to get that confidence and courage to get your feet moving and to change what isn't working in life. So focus on that. Pay attention to what happens in that couple weeks leading up to this energy between March 25th and the 19th and the 25th, and that couple of weeks after, and you'll get the intel that you need, right? Trust in yourself. Don't second guess. That's the thing, right? With Libra, you're going to be so focused on trying to see both sides of it that you won't make a choice, and then that indecision keeps you stuck. We don't want that. Know that no matter what decision you make, you can always course correct after the fact. It's never the wrong decision if you're following what your gut tells you. And even if it leads you in a way you didn't go, you can always fix it later. The worst thing to do is not making a decision, right? So just make a decision. Trust that you're going to have the guidance you need. And this is going to be a year where the universe is going to prove it to you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.